Things are going well for you guys right now. Three straight wins, four wins in the last five of the last six unbeaten. You get an opportunity to carry that momentum forward tomorrow night. What are you guys looking forward to? Each of you looking forward to tomorrow?
I guess for me, it's about grabbing points. To me, it's not who we're playing. There's 33 points on the table left for this end of the season. So how do we take as many of those points as possible? Doesn't matter who we're playing. We want the 3 points. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
I think just continuing the momentum that we have at the moment is really vital for us. I think we're all looking forward to just stepping out on the field and enjoying. We've really been enjoying playing together lately, so um, that always helps when you're winning. But yeah, I think picking up points and just enjoying ourselves and having a good time on the pitch.
One more from me, and then I'll hand it off because we got a full house here. Seattle team, you guys have already played once this season. It was a long time ago on the road. What are you expecting from them specifically tomorrow? What can fans look forward to seeing?
Yeah, they're always a great team. They always show up. They have great players, great coaching staff. But I don't think that changes the thing about what we do. And I think we're a completely different team to when we saw them last. So I think we'll give them a run for their money. We're wanting those 3 points. So however we get that done, we're looking to do that.
I don't even think I would say anything about it. That was very well put.
First question.
So first one going back to last match, up 4-0 in stoppage time, give up a late goal. Probably in the grand scheme of things doesn't mean a whole lot, but how irritating is it to kind of still have that clean sheet kind of hanging over your head?
Yeah, irritating, but you know what it means? Another opportunity to get that first clean sheet. So it wasn't that game, but it's coming. That's kind of what we said at the end of the game. You could see the disappointed faces, and the crowd was probably like, "Why are you guys upset?" Well, we're upset because we wanted the clean sheet. But like being able to brush that off our shoulder and know it's coming next time because we did play so well, we can't let all of the glory and all the good things that came from that game be taken away from us because of that one moment. So we go out tomorrow and the next game, and we just keep trying to find the clean sheet.
Anything to add? Or
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up. No, just kidding. No, I think it's just kind of a reminder that there's always something to work on, keeping us humble. And we'd rather be upset that we can't keep a clean sheet than losing. So we kind of put it into that perspective. But yeah, of course, we want to get that first clean sheet of the year. That would feel really good for us as a back line. And yeah, just have another opportunity to try and get it done. So we'll see.
I don't think we talked to the two of you together since you switched to a three center back system. How did Bev spring that on you?
I don't know.
Pretty abruptly.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, but like everyone in our back line across the whole line, and honestly, throughout our entire team is very versatile. So you throw any kind of formation at us, we've had a lot of injury this year, people having to slot into positions they maybe have never played. And they've done it pretty seamlessly. So for us to switch into that is pretty natural. And I think it's all about the relationships that you build inside the locker room and with your teammates so that when you do step on the field, and even though it might be a different person next to you or a different position, you feel comfortable and at home and at ease.
Now, how difficult or easy is it to work in kind of a two center back unit versus a three center back unit from a communication perspective?
I don't know. It's pretty similar,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Gives us a bit more stability, I guess. I feel like I have a bit more room to be a bit more aggressive, knowing that then there's two behind me rather than just one. But regardless if it's just one or two, I feel like we're pretty aggressive. And we try to be aggressive as a back line. But yeah, I feel like it's been fun. Like we knew that something needed to change and something needed to be switched up. So when the coaching staff came to us with this, we were all on board. Obviously, you could see the results. And yeah, I think we've all bought into this new system. I think it's been really fun. There's been a lot of different players slotting in different positions. You can see how versatile, as Arin is saying, that the girls are and that we're willing to be to get those results that we need. And I think that just goes back to, how much each player just wants this club to be successful and wants each other and this team and our teammates to be successful, because we know it can be done. We know that we can make this club a great club, a competitive club, a high level club. And it's just about being able to now continue to get those results and do what we've been doing on the pitch.
Are you guys within striking distance of a playoff spot, or is there still a big mountain to climb? What do you think?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the number 8 seed right now is on 27 points. We're on 20. We could be with 2 wins this rest of this week. We could be on 26. That's 1 point away from a playoff spot if my math is right. And assuming all those teams above us lose. So yeah, I mean, you can't look at it like that. Like I said, you have to look at it as there's 33 points. You go out and play your best soccer. How many of those points can you take away by the end of the season? If we take all of them, we're sitting pretty, right? So it's just can't focus on who it is, who is playing who, where they're going to drop points. You just at this point in the season, you have to focus on you and put the blinders on and just zone in on that.
In this win streak, what message, if any, does that send to the fans who have not been coming, those who have not been coming to these games over the past couple of weeks? What message does it send to them?
I think it means we're here, we're ready to play. We might have had a little rusty start, but the engine's going. And I think this last game, the fans had a great time. I think they showed up, they were loud. Us as players, we could feel it. We were feeding off that energy and we produced 4 goals. So yes, obviously we're clicking, but when we have people in those stands, we can feel the vibrations of energy that translate to the field for us. So the more people we can get in those seats, the better we're going to continue to play. So come out, maybe we'll start scoring. Maybe 4 is the regular goal count for us. You never know.
Is that the goal for every game?
Yeah, it's always the goal.
Yeah, score as many as you can.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You got what? How many players have braces? 6.
6.
What do you attribute that to?
Why so many?
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, the more the better. Like we want to have a variety of players that are able to score on our team and put balls in the back of the net. Of course, previously we've had a few that we've had to rely on, and I feel like just the next step for this team and this club is the more you can rely on more players that you have to put balls in the back of the net, the better position you're in. The more threatening we can be as a team. And it just shows the work that our forward line has been doing. They've been out there kicking balls every day, trying to get them in the back of the net. We know that's been a weakness of ours in the past. So all the credit to them for going out and doing what they need to do. And now we know that's an area that we can always continue to work on, but that we don't have to be so nervous about going into matches.
I asked, I guess, Kayla this question. She didn't bite though. Is there like a competition for the most goals? I mean, because there's a bunch of them out there.
I think
so.
I think
Yeah.
every person wants that golden boot, right? It's like a league, I guess, trophy that you want for
Yeah.
yourself. And if you're not wanting that, are you really wanting to be the best that you can be in the sport? I feel like every underlying part of you wants that. For defenders, we want to be defender of the year. Attackers, you want to be golden boot. I do think it's pretty great though to have so many players on our team so lethal. I also think like just Louisville in general, like we're a community that works together. And I think you can see that in our play as a team. We don't have one standout star, right? This year specifically, like we have so many players that are stepping up to the plate and doing that. And that's kind of Louisville, right? And so I think our team is embodying this community right now. So I think that's pretty cool because you don't see that often in professional sports.
Oh, just back to the brace question real quick. We asked Lowe last week who was going to get the next brace. McKenna said, Kayla, and she got it. And
Wow.
well, look, because she'd really want to see a defender brace coming up. I think she singled you out. So pressure's on for Wednesday, just so you didn't, if you didn't know.
Okay, I'll shoot for it. I'll try.
I just want to ask about like you guys play alongside Moran, a rookie who obviously minutes wise doesn't have a lot of experience, but like when you watch her, it seems like she's been playing the league for such a long time. You guys as veterans, what is it like just playing right alongside her in defense?
Yeah, I think what I appreciate most about Moran is she's such a sponge and she's just so eager and ready to learn and she takes direction really well. And she's just like calm and steady in everything she does. You don't see her panic when something might go wrong. She's like a rock. And that's kind of like the pillar of being a defender. You have to walk the walk, but also have that like I guess, what is
Yeah,
it?
composure
Yeah,
about you.
composure about yourself. So I think she's going to be a force in this league, and obviously you're just seeing what she's capable this first year. Give her some time to grow, and I think you're going to see she's going to be someone that you see consistently in that back line.
All right, we got a couple more in the chat, and then Roy's got his hand raised to ask a question with his voice. First one from Brendan Devine. For both of you as veterans who have been with the team for a couple of years now, what does it mean to finally get 3 wins in a row?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels really nice. Yeah, I think us being a part of this club, we want to get this club to where we think it should be and continue to strive for greatness in this club. And I think that's just a part of it. It feels good to help the club reach another milestone, and hopefully that's not the only one we do this season. But yeah, it feels great. It feels like I'm not really surprised. I feel like we've been working our butts off. So it's kind of nice to get that reward, but we're most definitely not satisfied yet. And I think you can see that in how we play. You can see that in how we're showing up to games now. But yeah, it's been fun to see the evolution of this group, and us being a part, 3 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But why stop at 3? Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's kind of crazy when they said that stat. I was like, we've not won 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Are you serious? So like hearing that, it kind of puts a little bite on your shoulder of like, okay, well, we can definitely that's another record we can break tomorrow. We can break it again the next day. So like going in with that mentality, I think is kind of what we told the group.
This one is kind of similar to Caden's question, but the back line has been pretty stable with you two and Moran the past couple of weeks. Does it help having that stability week to week? And how do you adjust to rotation both in the defense and on the other lines?
Yeah, I think anytime like you're playing consistently next to the same people, you can anticipate what they're gonna do individually a little bit more, their tendencies a little bit more. But like I said, this year we've played so many different people in so many different positions and spaces. So it doesn't really matter who slots in at this point. And I think that's the best part about this group this year.
Yeah, anybody can kind of step up to the plate, and we all have full confidence in anybody to step into the lineup and do the job that's being asked. And yeah, of course, consistency is nice, but also all the girls on our bench have such amazing qualities and such energy to give. And when they get their shot, everybody has full confidence in them. So
And then Roy Hader has his hand raised. Go ahead, Roy.
Hello. Thank you both for taking the time here. I wanted to follow up a bit on the 3 in a row, on building that because I was particularly curious about it seems like and both of you guys have been in this league for a while and know that sometimes in situations like the stretch that you had earlier this season, the bottom can fall out and it can be very hard to rebuild and get yourself back into playoff contention, even if that's the goal, every single time you step out on the field. What do you think it says about the group that you guys have been able to not just set this as a goal or a thing to aspire to, but that you've been able to prove yourself out there and get 9 points so far this month and potentially even more before the month's out?
I think it says a lot about the mentality of this group. A lot of times you get in the space of being bottom of the table, and it's not really your play and your physical being that's affecting it. It's your mental state of kind of looking at the table and saying, oh my goodness, we have it's like this massive mountain to climb. So to have such a young team and to be able to mentally handle the fact that we were sitting at the bottom for quite some time and to come back and be where we are now, that's very impressive. So I think the group deserves a lot of kudos for that. But there's also so much to go. So now it's like, okay, we've got ourselves in a good spot. We're in flow state right now in the field. So how do we continue to just enjoy that and keep laser focused on the prize, which is 3 points, 1 game at a time?
How do you, as a captain and veterans, relay that message in the locker room when you're at the bottom of the table? Say, it's not over. We can still do this. Here's what I've done in my past as a veteran. How difficult is it, and what do you say to the players in situations like that?
I guess I'll go. I kind of spoke on this a little bit in the broadcast call before our last game. I think it's really tough to like go into those huddles after you've lost game after game. Okay, what am I going to say to this group to get them excited? Okay, what do we say after so that the spirits don't drop too much? So I think what everyone kind of did during this kind of phase where we were dropping points was how do we stay as positive as possible? And I think a lot of people took that as like, oh, they don't really care. They're happy. They're smiling the next day. But like, it's like, no, we're not happy. We're professionals. We know this is our job. Our job is to go out and get 3 points. That is our job. But to do that, we have to make sure the environment that we are living in, for 6 hours a day here at the facility is a good environment. Because if we don't have that, we're not going to be able to produce on the field. So I think our idea and approach, talking in the leadership group and all the stuff that we did was keeping a positive mindset, keeping people focused on, hey, you're doing the right things. Like we will click. It's coming. Just give it time. Don't give up.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of really tough conversations in those weeks when we were at the bottom of the table. I think we were really trying to like look each other in the eyes, look the staff in the eyes and be like, and be honest with each other and be like, this is just not good enough. And we could all feel that. And yeah, to Gilly's point, we were trying to show up every day with positive attitudes. And yeah, I think Gilly has done a fantastic job leading this group. In the times of turmoil that we've had, she's come with a smile on her face and tried to lead the best as she can. And as a veteran, but also someone who looks up to her, like I've just tried to follow her lead and, relay whatever message she wants relayed to the team. And but I feel like the messaging to the team was like, you have two routes. Like we can just stay here and feel, or we can figure out how to climb out of this. And I don't think there was an option of staying at the bottom and feeling. I think we all were up for the challenge. We're all up for figuring out how to, produce the results that we know that we're capable of. And it was just kind of like staying to that process every day. Okay, another loss. Okay, who cares? Staying to the process every day. And I truly think like if you think something enough, like you'll start to feel it and believe it, and then you can see it out on the pitch. And sometimes it just takes time. But yeah, we kept just hammering in the positivity, hammering in it's gonna come, keep working hard. And we've been working our butts off now for 6+ months. Yeah, we weren't getting the results, but we've done all that work and now it's starting to pay off rather than sitting at the bottom, not putting the work in. And now we're trying to scramble and get points. Like we've been doing this work the whole time. And now it's just the fact that we're starting to get results. So that feels rewarding. That feels really nice. But we have a lot more to go. So I think it's about now keeping the group humble. And yeah, great. 3 games we've won. How can we keep that momentum going? How can we have a chip on our shoulder, but also know that we're not done yet and we still want to produce more results? So I think now it's just a fine balance of keeping everyone in a good headspace, keeping everybody positive, allowing a little bit of that cockiness, but also like we still have a lot to prove. So let's go for it. But yeah, I think Gilly's been a fantastic captain. She's always amazing to play alongside. And yeah, I think she's done a fantastic job trying to lead the team out of a dark spot.
Is it fair to give yourselves credit for this turnaround?
I don't think we'd ever do that. This is not in our personality, but we will share with you what our well, I guess one of the speeches that I gave that I was kind of like, okay, we're in last place. I'm gonna be super candid. So sorry about the language, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it and fuck you. So that was our motto when we were going into those games. We're bottom of the table. There's nothing to lose. So it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go right back at you. So that was kind of in the group, like that's like stuck with the group. They like understood it and they were like, you know what? Yeah. Like they put us on, we're in a market that you can't get direct flights out of it. Okay. Fuck it. We bottom of the table. It's hard to get people to want to come to Louisville. Okay. Fuck it. It's like, that was it. So I just think that we have to find the little victories here. And that's kind of what we did in the position that we were in. So, hats off to the whole group for just buying into that.
That'd be the next t-shirt.
Yeah, I'd love it.